Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Sunday, January 29, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. Charlotte Hornets vs Miami Heat. The Sunday NBA schedule will get underway with a matinee between the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets from the Spectrum Center. The Heat, 28-22, have won 3 straight games and hold a 1-game lead over New York for 6th place in the Eastern Conference standings. On Friday, Miami outscored Orlando by 11 points during the fourth quarter to rally for a 110-105 home victory. Miami is leading the Southeast Division, while the Hornets are buried in the basement of the Southeast Division standings. Steve Clifford has to wonder why he chose to come back for a second tenure as head coach of the franchise, given how poorly things have gone this year. The Hornets are brutal on the defensive end of the floor, and they are below average offensively as well. Miami has struggled offensively this season, but they are very good on the defensive end of the floor. More importantly for the Heat is the fact that the majority of their key players are healthy at this point of the season. Missing Robinson is a small ding for the Heat, but not a major loss for them with Butler, Adebayo, Harrow and company ready to go. Our team pick is Miami Heat -6 points. Miami has played well of late, and they take care of business against the second worst team in the East, beating them for the 8th straight time. Miami GF Jimmy Butler led all scorers with 29 points, 10-17 FG, to go along with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Bam Adebayo contributed 20 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. Max Strus scored 17 points in 30 minutes off the Heat bench. The Charlotte Hornets have dropped 16 of their first 22 home games and own the second worst overall record in the Eastern Conference. On Thursday, Charlotte erased an 8-point halftime deficit to storm back for a 111-96 home victory versus Chicago. The Hornets, 14-36, outrebounded the Bulls by a 52-43 margin and converted 26 for 31 from the free throw line. Our total pick is over. Memphis Grizzlies vs Indiana Pacers. The FedEx Forum will play host to a Sunday night NBA clash between the Indiana Pacers and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Pacers, 24-27, have dropped 9 of their last 10 games and are surrendering 117.3 points per contest. On Friday, Indiana was torched for 85 points during the first half of a 141-131 home loss versus Milwaukee. I am going to ride with the Grizzlies at home, and I am going to lay the points, -7. They are the better defensive team in this game, and I see them being highly motivated to bounce back after suffering their 5th loss in a row. They won't allow the Pacers to consistently score, as they have the lowest adjusted defensive rating, and they are holding their opponents to the lowest shooting percentage from the floor. The Pacers haven't been anything special this season, and they only have the 17th highest adjusted offensive rating. They won't be able to consistently score on the Grizzlies, which will allow Memphis to pull away. I don't see the Pacers showing up defensively either. They are allowing the 25th most points per game, and they have the 23rd lowest adjusted defensive rating. The Grizzlies will continue to attack the basket as they will score enough points to cover the spread. Memphis is scoring the 7th most points per game, and they have the 12th highest adjusted offensive rating. They will find open shots consistently throughout this game, and I expect them to take advantage. Pick the Memphis Grizzlies and lay the points, -7 points. The Pacers are 4th in pace of play entering this interconference meeting with the Grizzlies. They served up 141 points to the Milwaukee Bucks last game and have struggled on the defensive end with such a young group of guys. They are 24th in defensive rating, allowing opposing clubs to shoot the 2nd highest 3-point percentage. They are giving up over 118 points per game on the road this year. Expect a high-scoring matchup in this game. Our pick is over the total. The total number has gone over in 5 of 6 games at FedEx Forum between these two teams. Take the over with confidence. Cleveland Cavaliers vs LA Clippers. In Sunday night NBA action, the LA Clippers will invade Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This will be the second of a back-to-back on the road for LA, who never trailed during the fourth quarter of last night's 120-113 victory against Atlanta. The Clippers, 28-24, connected on 19 for 39 from the three-point line and shot 53% overall. The Clippers put on a clinic on both sides of the ball in a 138-100 win over the San Antonio Spurs. Paul George scored 35 points to go along with 7 dimes and 4 rebounds. Kawhi Leonard chipped in 27 points and was an efficient 10 of 16 from the field. They are 3 games above the .500 mark, but they are far better than their record indicates. George and Leonard have not played on the floor often this year, but when they do, they are one of the best teams in the Western Conference. Cleveland is allowing opposing clubs to shoot over 37% from 3, 27th in the NBA. As long as George and Leonard suit up, roll with the Clippers to continue winning here. If they don't, which is very possible on a back-to-back, tread lightly and roll with the Clippers to cover, considering they will become underdogs. Our team pick is Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles is in action Saturday night against the Atlanta Hawks and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back. They had an easy win against San Antonio, coasting for much of the game and letting Paul George go off. It was the 5th time this season George has had at least 35 points. He was 14 of 19 from the field, including 5 of 8 from downtown, as the Clippers posted their largest win since 2021. But this is a game featuring 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA, combined with Cleveland playing at the slowest pace. Our pick is under the total. This will be a gritty, defensive-oriented matchup. Take the under with confidence. Milwaukee Bucks vs New Orleans Pelicans. The final game of the Sunday NBA schedule will feature a matchup between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Milwaukee Bucks from Fiserv Forum. This will be the second of a back-to-back for New Orleans, who trailed by 9 points at halftime and could never recover during a 113-103 home loss versus Washington last night. The Pelicans, 26-24, were out-rebounded by a 53-42 margin and missed 21 of 29 from the three-point line. The Pelicans have had a rough go of it of late, and I'm not sure a change of scenery with a rest disadvantage will change the tune. Milwaukee has been unstoppable lately offensively, as they have scored 130 or more in 4 of their last 6. Meanwhile, the Pelicans have been held under 100 in 2 of their last 3. Milwaukee should get a boost from the role players at home, and I expect the Bucks to continue their strong rebounding presence in this one. Lay the points with Milwaukee. Our team pick is Milwaukee minus 8.5 points. The Pelicans enter this contest with a net scoring margin of plus 2.3, which is 8th in the league. The offense has been most effective inside as they are 6th in the NBA in points in the paint per game, generating just under 55 per contest. From the perimeter, the Pelicans don't take too many shots as they are bottom 3 in the NBA in three-point attempts per game, and they are hovering around league average, knocking down 35.8% of their tries. The offense has also been pretty fluid as they are assisting on 61.3% of their made baskets. The defense has been somewhat inconsistent as they lead the league in opponent three-point shooting, holding opposition to just 34.1% beyond the arc. But they are among the worst in the NBA in opponent two-point shooting. As such, they have the tendency to allow teams to be very effective in the painted area and mid-range game. The Pelicans have also been strong on the glass as well. They are top 10 in offensive rebound rate as they bring in 26% of their missed shots. On the defensive end, the Pelicans are holding opponents to bringing in just 22.5% of their missed baskets, which is 5th in the NBA. This game will likely feature a winner who also won the battle on the boards, as each of these teams have thrived bringing down the rock. As highlighted, the Bucks' offense has been on an absolute tear of late. As this offensive feat has taken place, the Bucks have been averaging 3 more possessions per game than their season average. New Orleans will look to run with them as they are one of faster-paced teams in the league as well. The Pelicans have also been strong converting opposing turnovers into quick points, and both of these teams have been strong on the offensive glass as well. The over is the play here. Our total pick is over 234 points. The last 6 meetings in Milwaukee between these teams have gone over the total.